Been a bit, hasn't it? I'm sure you missed a few. Got a few quick jobs to do today. Job, we need to repaint this bracket because it just looks terrible. Then install this clutch hose. Then we can remount this cylinder here, and I think we need to redo this pin. This is the hydraulic hose that goes to the clutch. And you can see it moves a little bit. That is all disconnected. This bottom bit screws into this bit here. If I move this bolt, you can see. This is pretty much stuck as a connection. This is so soft that it's stripping whenever I try and undo it. So, having a small problem. I'm sure we'll come up with a solution though. So I had to just take the whole thing out. It looks like I might be able to buy this pipe, and then I've got a kit to bend it here. So worst case, I'll just cut it off. Or worst case, I'll just leave it like this. But I sort of want to I want to be able to keep this because it's about 20 quid for the kit. So we'll see. Undo it, and that is now an almost perfect circle. So that's good fun. So according to these calculations, this should be quite similar to an M10 bolt. As luck would have it, I have some M10 bolts here, so I can give it a test.
Give me those dates again, the front shook or whatever it was.
So these fittings here are not common enough that I can find one on a Sunday. So I'm going to have to Amazon Prime those for Monday. However, I'm thinking I can, just to test, run this cable as it is, and then I'll put the new fitting on it tomorrow and rebleed it and everything. But just see if I can get everything running today. First thing I'm going to do is just make sure that this is built correctly, this cylinder still. So this is under the thing. All we're looking for is the seal there to be good. You can hear there's definitely suction in there, so that's fine, and it springs back most of the time. So I'm happy with that. There we go. That looks fine. So proof of concept, it bolts on, just 2 bolts. Not bad. There we go, plate's nice and in there. Now we just try some stuff. There we go. Cylinder installed. That is wired up to the clutch reservoir. Cylinder installed, wired up to the clutch reservoir. Just need to bleed it again, and then we can give it another go. Clutch is bled. I'm just going to tighten this bolt here so it doesn't spin and we don't have a catastrophic failure. And then, yeah, give it a go at driving. Battery back in. Let's hope this does something. A little bit of a spark, that's a good sign. Interesting that the oil pressure is now reading at 20 instead of just 0. Wonder what that means in the long run. To it not starting, I've been meaning to add this for a while and fix this, so I'm going to give that a go now. This is the state of it. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, and it looks like I had a decent ground connection, so I can go back to it.
He's heading towards her house. That's what happened to me a couple of years ago. Didn't see any.
The car is not starting, so we're going to first go through things I changed. We're going to check timing, check points, and then we're going to do timing. And then I'll work out what to do after that. I've taken this apart, so my hope is that I just haven't screwed something in tightly enough here, and the points are now just too big. The gap is too big. So I'll give it an adjust and I'll tell you what happened. Just kind of worrying. So this is a 4,000. This is a 0.4mm and it just about fits, so that is perfectly in spec. But we'll tighten up just the tiniest bit and see. I did some testing and that looks exactly fine. I can't make the points any better. So I'm moving on to timing. So I just need to make some marks over here. See that little bit of masking tape? Gonna try and use that to paint a line. It's gonna look terrible. So that white bit there is going to be my timing line, and I finally get to use my timing strobe, which I've had for a long time, and I never really got to use it. So wires there, sets up the timing lights. I just need to grab this piece here. We have a rough timing guide. Let's give it a go. Well, I was messing around with the distributor cap. You can barely see it in the low light, but there is a bit that goes right there, and here it is. It just no longer fits because I was messing around too much. So that is me done for the day, maybe the week. Ready up all the stuff from my travels, so that'll take a bit. That's done, get to see what this parcel is. So inside that parcel were 4 parcels. That's what was inside 3 of them. You're not going to believe, inside this one, more parcels. Parcel has turned into 5. So these 4 things are to do with the mini wiring, and then I got myself some Lego as a treat.
Are you checking for somewhere specific? Bring the car down and we can carry on.
I hit the plastic thing there. Yeah, there's a bit of rolling resistance to be fair, but it's going. Yeah, that rust does look pretty bad. It's the 12th of August. In a St. Paul's flat, that would be really stylish. Timeless. They look relatively new compared to everything else. There's a big crack in the wall there. That's where it comes out on the other side.
It's just where they put.
Yeah. It's definitely usable as a garage, isn't it? It's not the highest ceilings. You couldn't put a lift in here, but
It's a bit.
this would be the office. They've only wallpapered this wall because the laptop will go here, and so when you're on FaceTime, it looks like you've wallpapered the entire place. Got Lego on the floor. Interesting. So,
That's because the design of the roof, isn't it? It's just odd, isn't it?
yeah. Off to property number 2 now. Why is there a cat flap up there? Makes you wonder. What's this? Is this black paint or mould? Black paint. Why is it so far?
That's an average, it doesn't really, some of it's hardly anything and some of it's quite a lot. I've never bought anything.
I'm going to do some painting of this quad bike, and that means that anything that doesn't need to be painted needs to be masked, so just like that. Making progress. So So just need to wire brush any of the exposed rust and then we'll give it a quick paint. So just scratching up this so the paint can adhere to it better. So this is scratched up and this is not. It doesn't look very different, but trust me, it is. That's the frame more or less cleaned up, and next we just need to do the wheels. This is what one roughly looks like on both sides. It makes that much dust. Those are lightly sanded. I'm just going to wipe them down with this, and then we'll give them the first coat. Go. It looks a little rough, but that will protect the rust a little bit better than just nothing. Okay.
Unless you're Tristan. What are you doing? Wednesday and Friday like I always do.
But you're racing Sunday.
So
This is my recommendation. But by my recommendation, you also went to the gym yesterday. So.
Okay. So Darren, square up. Bet I can beat you in 100 metres. There's all the parts drying, so it should be fine, as long as it doesn't rain tonight.
Kiddie's bike there.
So it's the next morning. That doesn't look too bad. Flip it over and see. Alright, so we just need to get all these black bits that didn't get hit on the first time, and we're good. So that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oh, I've had to leave a few bits purple and black because I've run out of paint. But it's mostly done. I'll see if I can get some more paint when I get back. Painted and put in storage. Up in the attic, preparing for the next adventure. Tent stuff. Nail in the house. Very interesting place. Turn on the flashlight.
Oh!
I mean, it's dingy and dark and everything, but it's high ceilings.